people say what they would do if they won the lottery. Okay. For me, I would build homes for as many people. I would build homes for as many people as we could. You'll meet some of our families tonight, and they're incredible people. They want what we all have. They want to put a roof over their family's head and to have security.
I believe that Habitat Bergen is life-changing. It transforms one family and the generations that follow, because you're providing a safe and decent home to a family that is just trying to make ends meet. These are hardworking families that we're finding homes for, and they just need a hand up, not a handout, and that's what we do here at Habitat Bergen.
So I truly feel blessed and humbled to be the leader of an incredible team of workers, dedicated volunteers who help to bring communities together, who help to build homes so that there will be generational wealth for families, and we stay together. When somebody comes into our program, I welcome them as though they were my family. And we spend so much time together, sometimes more time with our volunteers and our homeowners than we do with our actual family members. And we have our volunteers in the Restore who are here 6 days a week helping us, and we wouldn't be able to exist without them. We have the most dedicated group of gentlemen. Actually, there's now 2 women in our gray heads, and they help endlessly build homes. When we need help with some of our homeowners that maybe they can't do a project on their own, they pick up the phone, they call us. They're always on call.
Well, I think that the leadership here has been phenomenal. I have been so impressed with the level of leadership, the caring, and the amount of time that they put into it. Well, not all on a volunteer basis, but I think they go way above and beyond what most people that I've had the experience of working with in the past.
Wouldn't you know, Bill brown-nosing the leaders?
There goes.
I need some points.
And he had a show that he worked longest for Habitat over the years, and he's done week-long tours. But whatever. But like Bill said, though, seriously, this has been an outstanding organization. We've been able to do work that a lot of people that volunteer, like with the Greyheads, our existence is like from people with no skills, like myself, to people that did some construction or have great skills. And every week is a different story with us. Sometimes we're doing flooring, sometimes we're doing vinyl siding, and it's not even the work that we do, it's just the fun that we have, because each one of us just enjoys being together. And when we have the homeowners work with us, it's even more fun because they're enjoying what they're doing, they're seeing what they're going to get, and we get to meet them, and they become part of the family.
Yeah, and when you do meet the families, it's an amazing feeling, because you now have helped them move from a place where they were pretty maybe bad off, not in a great spot, to a place where they have a new life, and they are so happy, and it makes all of us really feel good about what we do.
Oh, absolutely. And they're having children in that the Westwood, the Westwood house, is that the one around the corner? Oh, Sand Road. They had a new baby in that house, so now it's become more of their home, not just a house. And they're really loving couple. It's really nice.
And to go with that, we've really gotten close to a lot of the families that we've helped build their houses. One in particular, in Washington Township, there wasn't anything they would do for us. I mean, they made us coffee. The wife, Nikki, would just make sure that we had breakfast.
You know, I met the family. They were probably one of the nicest families I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And so we had him come in, and with his dad and his family, they all pitched in to help out build. And, you know, you could see the look of gratitude on his face as he's, you know, shedding his blood, sweat, and tears into his house, you know, but you could see as it was coming together, you know, the satisfaction and the look of pride on his face was really it hit home for me, absolutely. Just that, you know, we need volunteers out here, so, you know, even if you feel that you don't have any experience in, you know, in the building trades, or you feel a little intimidated by the job, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make it as nice and as pleasant as possible for you. Hopefully that you would come back out for other builds, but you know, the look of accomplishment on the volunteers' faces as well is it's really special. It's a really special thing. So, you know, I hope everyone comes out and pitches in and gives us a helping hand.
My name is Anita De Silva, and I am the Vice President of Habitat Bergen and the Chair for the 2023 Women Build Committee. The skill of construction and the skill of building is something that women refrain from doing sometimes. And in Habitat Bergen, we've been doing Habitat Women Build for a little bit over 8 years. And our committee is a thriving committee of women in the community as business owners, philanthropists, and everyday stay-at-home moms, community members that want to volunteer and learn a new skill. And we've had a lot of success with that over the years. When women get together, anything can get done. And when you're on a construction site and you see how important it is to get your hands dirty sometimes and really get into why people love Habitat for Humanity and how much that brings when you can actually say, I built that home for that family. It's just on a different level, and it has been so exciting to see all of the projects that Habitat Bergen has completed with the help of our Women Build teams.
Hello, my name is Tricia McInerney Jansen. I've been a volunteer for 20 years, a past board president, and chaired several committees. We had a little party at Habitat for a family that had finished paying their mortgage. And the parents came up to me and pointed to an adult son, and they said, because of what you did for us, he was able to go to med school. You're changing one family at a time.
We could not do something more rewarding in life than knowing that we are helping this next generation to be able to succeed. And again, we're a hand up, we're not a handout. So on behalf of Habitat Bergen County, on behalf of our board of directors, our volunteers, our staff, we are small but we are mighty. We are 80% volunteer to 20% staff ratio here, so we are a pretty strong team. I can't thank you enough, sincerely. I can't, because I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry like that. But we couldn't do it without it.
Hello, my name is Carol Espinoza. I am a mother of twins. I have two 11-year-olds, girls, identical twin girls, and I'm in the process, in the near future, I'm homeowner for Habitat Bergen. I have to say I'm very thankful to everyone, the committee. I'm looking forward to working with everyone. I'm glad to be here, to be able to have met everyone, and I'm beyond words as to you know, how thankful we are to have been given this opportunity. I always told my girls, you know, I don't believe in giving up. I mean, it's going to be quite an interesting journey, trying to be a single parent to raise both of them, but God has given me the strength and endurance to do it. He is my sole provider, my everything. And that's one thing that I've transmit to my children each and every day. Have faith, always hope. They see it. You have to be put to the test to be a testimony. And being here, it is a testimony for us, where you can have it all and then lose it, but then, you know, behind every suffering there's life. There is quite an interesting journey ahead of us. We fall, we get back up, and that's what I always tell them.
I had a friend contact me, and he was a big head in the veterans organizations for the state, and he explained to me that there was this organization that you called Habitat for Humanity, where you apply, and if you meet the criteria, then you can possibly live in one of their brand new houses. And I was like, that's amazing, because I can use one. I was living with my mom at the time, trying to save up money to buy my own house, and also I was on active duty military orders during COVID that time. So all those things put together, it could be a lot, especially baby on the way and everything like that. And I was like, yeah, I need to do this quick. Work. I mean, I remember you guys were like, okay, we need this for the pre-paperwork, this and that. We got it ready so quick. I mean, we were literally there the next day with a folder. We said, here's our life.
I print out every single paper, organized everything, separated every document, put it in a folder. I drove it myself. Instead of sending it on the mail, here's everything.
I remember everything, like, about that time. I even remember the day that they told me that I was selected, and they wanted to get everybody together for the call, and I literally just stepped out of work. Now, mind you, when I work, I don't have any service where I was, like no cell phone service, so I was blacked out until like I left. So then checking my messages at the end and hearing, hey, we want to speak to you, and I'm like, this could be good, or it could be bad. But of course I would hope for the best, and then they told me that we were selected, and they asked me if my, Lena was near me, and she wasn't. So, we wanted to surprise her, so yeah. That whole bus ride back home, and the train and the 2 hours to get home and not telling her, I'm like, it was like, the whole journey was just amazing, and it was definitely a blessing. We needed that stability at the time. We had my wife was pregnant. It just felt like everything aligned to be perfect. Like I never had the most perfect experience with something ever, where it worked out just perfect. If I were to say one thing about Habitat, I'd say that for what they do for veterans and what they do for the community, and able to help build generational wealth, I think that it's probably one of the most important things that we need in the society. And it's just sometimes people don't have that opportunity.
One thing that I told Chris, or that we always talk about, is how every time we pull in the house, we just stop for a second and just look at the house, and how we basically say to each other, like, this is our house.
Even a year later.
Even a year later, we still pull in the driveway and we are amazed. And a year ago, we were at his parents' house. We were in 2 bedrooms. And now each one of them and us have our own bedroom. And it's so amazing how Habitat has done all the right things to help so many people. There are no words to explain what Habitat has done for us, for our family, for our girls.
Being in this house makes me feel like I belong somewhere.
Yeah.
Because with this house, we have so much care and love that our family comes together like a puzzle piece.
Absolutely.